Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kay and I'm known as Stitchy Fifer here on YouTube and over on Instagram. This is my little corner of the internet where I talk about cross stitch. Occasionally I will show crocheting and knitting, but this is mostly a channel about cross stitch. In fact, I don't think I've shown any crocheting the whole time I've been on this channel. Anyway, very warm welcome to my new subscribers, and to those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel and thank you for spending some more time with me today. Now, if you like my projects that I stitch on and you want to keep up with my progress, please do click on the like and subscribe buttons and select all on the notifications bell so that you can be advised whenever I post new content. I normally post a weekly update. It's usually a Saturday it goes out, and I'll do a stitch with me usually on a Sunday, sometimes midweek as well. Depends on what I'm working on, whether I'm in a place that I can actually quite comfortably sit and film, and depends also on background noise and things like that as well. So today is Saturday the 2nd of August. My God, it's August. Where has the year gone? It was like a blink of the eye, and it was January. So I don't know what's going on with time. It seems to speed up the faster you get. The older you get, it seems to speed up more. Weather-wise, here in Fife in Scotland, it's sunny. A few little clouds floating around out there today. Temperature wise, it's about 20 degrees. It's the forecast high, which for those of you who use Fahrenheit is around 6 to 8 degrees. So it'd be quite cool to those of you from, like, I would imagine from Florida and Texas, where you've been getting over 100 degrees lately. Hopefully it's going to stay like this for the weekend. As there's been a storm forecast for Monday. It's called Storm Floris. It's set to travel across Scotland sometime on Monday. I think it's morning to late early afternoon. So batten down those hatches on the west coast, guys, because you're going to get pummeled with the wind. I think I say this every week. Let's hope that the lighting in here is sufficient that you can actually see the stitching today. I'm not going to take them out of the frames because I'm actually planning to work on them this week, today in fact. As today is the first Saturday of the month, I thought I'd also give you my stats for the month as well as my weekly stats as well. But let's just start off with this past week's progress. I managed to stitch every day, and I achieved 5,022 stitches for the week over 3 projects, which not quite 1,000 stitches a day, but yeah. And I've just lost my cursor. So my notes, I've got my phone laying against my laptop, and my notes are on my laptop, and I lost my cursor so I couldn't scroll. Anyway, we're going to start with the project. I started off the week full of good intentions to do 200 stitches a day on my head sew. I managed one day. So I did 200 stitches in here. But I'm working in in 20 stitch wide diagonals. So 10 by 20 block is my 200 stitches, so I managed one of those and a wee bit. So I'm hoping to get back onto that this week. I was thinking, instead of doubling up and doing 400 a day, because that would eat too much into my other projects, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to do 250 for the next 4 weeks per day, or I might just take one day of the week and just stitch on it all day, in addition to the 200 per day. I'm still slithering about that. I'll show you a picture of what Van Gogh Roses is going to look like, if I can. Oh, for goodness sakes. You know, when you... What? Why is it went? What the hell? Oh. I was going to show you a picture of it, but I seem to have deleted it. Never mind. You've probably seen it umpteen times anyway, because I'm not the only person that's doing it. On if you're on the HAED Sal group on Facebook, you'll have seen there's quite a few of us doing this one. So that is my HAED Sal once again. The next project is the culprit for this week, only having 3 projects, and the title of this video being rotation. What rotation? Remember I had worked on this last week, and I was working on HAED Sal, and I clicked on Slow Stitching Yogi's live stream on Saturday. I think it was Saturday night, and she was stitching on one of our Aimee Stewart's, and she was encouraging us to stitch on our Aimee Stewart's if we had them, or to start one or whatever. So I thought, you know what, I'm going to join in. It's only for one night. It's only for the night, you know, I can, you know. Well, it wasn't just for the night, because the next day I carried on stitching on it, and the next day, and in fact I've stitched on this every day this past week, and I got a total of 3,846 stitches. Yeah, completely through the rotation at the window. I completed this fish ornament motif here, and I've carried on down below, and I'm working down the columns here. It just seems to be the right way to work with this section here, and then I'm going to go back up and work up here. Once I get this along to here, I'm going to go back up here and work this. It's going to continue to get stitched on this month, because I'm taking part in a Stitch With Me or Stitch Along event in the Simply Stitching Facebook Friends Facebook group run by Nicola Simply Stitcher. And the theme was pleasure or pain. So basically any project that gave us pleasure or pain we were to pick. So I picked this one because it's a pleasure to stitch on, but it's a pain in the, insert word here, to actually get it into the frame to stitch. It's such a nightmare, and I'm going to have to unroll this and tighten it up again, because by the time I've manhandled it, it's loosened off the fabric, which is not like, I don't know if if my nudge is losing its tension. But I seem to be using the pink ones more often than not, so, but we'll see. But I'll show you this one when it's what this is going to look like when it's completed. This is what it's going to look like when it's completed, and I'm working up here, this top corner here. No, this top corner. Oh, for goodness sakes, where am I? Yeah, this corner here. I need to flip this chart, this video. That's that one. As I say, it's going to get another 100 stitches per day on that. Now, the last project I'm going to show you was my new start for August, which I started yesterday. I don't want to see the chart. What I want to do is I want to view the mock-up. Come on. And it's this one. This is Let It Be by HAED. It's charted by Heaven and Earth Designs. Artwork by Linda Ravenscroft. It's retired. And I'm working up here in the top left corner at the grey bit. And this is my start. This is 909 stitches. I'm kind of just following the colours where it wants to go. This is featured in my Stitch With Me that I released yesterday. It was my start along. And I'm also demonstrating how I stitch, my method for working my stitches, like how I do the snake method. Like Needle Ninja, set it up. So yeah, that's my new start on that. I'm going to get that back on the frame after I've done my 200 on my HAED saw today. I'm 100 on, I might not actually get back on the frame today, because I'm going to have 300 stitches to do on, oh, where's my cursor going again? Oh, for goodness sake. Oh, can't see it. Oh, there it is, right. Let's get rid of that screen there, because that is what's slowing it down. Right. So that's my progress for the week. For the month, I've got the title of them all written down with my notes, but because my laptop's decided to freeze up. No, I don't want that chart either. What I want to do is I want to go back to there. Right, for July, I stitched a total of, come on, where's my total? Oh, no, not there, okay. Where are you? Oh, for goodness sakes. I'm going the wrong way. Hold on. For July, I stitched a total of 20,473 stitches over 31 days. I worked on 8 projects, had 1 new start. For that new start, it was Rosy Santa for Christmas in July, which I started on the 1st of July. And I stitched a total on that project alone of 3,152. I stitched 5,078 stitches on Kitschy kitchen shelf, super size matte colour, and 5,175 stitches on the HAED saw. The other projects that I worked on were Freebie Harmony, which got 1,623 stitches, the Witching Hour Max Colour, which got 1,010 stitches, the Flying Scotsman, which got 1,015 stitches, and Scotland Quaker Flag got 2,309 stitches, Celtic Dragon got 1,011. I struggled a bit this month. It's my lowest count, it's my lowest stitching total for the month, and only missed 1 day. I honestly don't know what happened. My stitchy bug just seems to have disappeared this past month. Anyway, for the actual year, for the total, that takes my year total to, hey, it's working again. Oh, my average for the month was 682 stitches per day that I actually stitched on. The total for the year to the end of July is 178,601 stitches. Out of a possible 212 days stitching, I have stitched 189 days, but of those 23 days that are not counted on my tracker, I did a couple of days work on a black work project that's nearing completion. I keep putting it to the side. I need to finish it. It's just outer frame that needs to get done on it, and then give it a wash and get it framed, and that'll be it done. It shouldn't take me that long, but I keep putting it to the side. I really need to get that done. But after all that discussion last week I had, we're going into plans now. Yeah, I threw it out the window as I mainly stuck to one project last week. It's just shouting at me far too loudly, and I think we all have those projects that when we stitch on them, we haven't stitched on them for a while, and we stitch on them, I think, yeah, I like this, and we want to keep stitching on it. Hopefully with the Sal and Nicola's group, it's going to curb that craving, and I'll be able to work on other projects. I'll be able to bring in other projects. I'm hoping as well that because I've done that 7 days straight on that project, it's enough to kickstart my stitchy bug, and I'm able to get back into all my projects again. That being said, I've decided to UFO Autumn Waltz for the moment. I'm going to restart it. I wasn't happy with the fabric. I wasn't happy with the colour of the fabric. I picked the wrong colour. It was too cream. It needs to be slightly lighter. It's too yellow. So I need to tone it down a bit. Also, I was concerned that I didn't have enough room at the bottom. I wouldn't have had enough room at the bottom to frame it because I'd set it so far from the top. It was the days before I got my corner gauge, and I guessed it because it wasn't gridded. I guessed it, and I think I went down too far, maybe about an inch too far. So I've decided to UFO it for the moment. I'm also going to buy the winter, spring and summer waltz charts as well, and have all 4 of them at some point. I'm thinking I might do is do all 4 of them on one big piece of 18 count Aida, ivory white Aida, and have all 4 of them together, because that is where I'm leaning towards with the Jardin Privé seasonal Quakers. I've got the 2 of them already. I've got the other 2 still to buy, and the egg to buy for the other 2. So I'm kind of leaning towards having the 2 of them, and that would be the 4 seasons on one for both of them, and sort of laid out the same way: spring, summer, autumn, winter, and have that as, you know, in my hall or something. Depends how big it's going to be when it's framed, of course. So that's where that's concerned. The next project I'm scheduled to start work on after I have completed my 3000 on my Let It Be. My next one would be Peacock and Roses Sampler, which I'll get the mock up. I'll let you see that. This one I'm doing it in the variegated blues, so it would be that one, followed by this one, from which is a Dona Gelsinger one, Hummingbirds in Spring. It was the second goal chart that we got for the HAED sale, because 2,000 people had signed up for the HAED sale. We got this one, which was the one I wanted. I wasn't that bothered about safety first. It wasn't to my taste, but I liked that one. I've always liked that chart, and it had been in my wish list for a while. So as I said, hopefully the fact that I have spent the week working on the kitchen itself, hopefully that's kickstarting my bug, and I'll get back to my 25 to 30,000 stitch totals for the month again. I'd like to have, my aim for the year was to reach 250,000 stitches, so hopefully I can get back on track to that. I've no other new starts planned for the month, but it's not to say that I won't start anything if something catches my eye. My next planned new start is in September. It's the 1st of September, and it's 2 wolves. It's a retired chart from Paying Free Crafts, artwork by Nadia, so artwork is by Nadia Strelkina, and I probably just butchered that name. And it's this piece. It's quite a dark piece. There we go. It's all the blues. When I seen it, I just loved it. So that one. And then the next start would be the 1st of October. I don't really need to show you the mock-up for this one because there's quite a few people doing this one. This is McGonagall's Library from the Cross Stitch Studio, and that's going to be in October start for the spooky month. And I might actually sit and watch all the Harry Potter films again. Next new start after that I have planned is Celtic Unicorn. I was going to do Celtic Thistle, but I changed my mind when I looked at this chart because I just loved it so much. So I'm going to do that one this year, and I'm going to do Celtic Thistle next year. To mark St Andrew's Day on the 30th of November. And then I have to decide on the Christmas new start, whether or not I'm going to have a New Year new start, or if I'm going to do the HAED sale next year. That's going to get held off until I see what the offerings are for the HAED sale. I'm inclined not to, because it's getting to be such a chore to do this to get the whole thing completed so I can get my free chart. I'm a Scot, what can I say? I'm a stingy Scot at that. I like to, why spend money when you don't have to? Oh, talking about being a stingy Scot, I had a difficult week this week because Artecy had their Christmas in July sale on. It is running up until today. Today's the last day of it. Because she said that when the entire world has reached the 2nd of August, it's going to be the end of the sale. So if you've got charts in your wish list on Artecy and you want to get them in sale, get over there now and get them bought before the sale finishes. I'm going to show you the 2 mock-ups. I got 2 full charts and 2 groups of 4. I'll show you the 2 full charts that I got first. I'll show you the mock-ups. The first one is, that is the chart. I don't want the chart, I want the mock-up. Thank you very much. That's the first one. It's called Highlands Home. It's by Abraham Hunter, and it's one of the new releases. I before I even realised it was Abraham Hunter, I thought, as soon as I seen it, I said, I'm getting that. So I've got that. So that will probably be a new start next year. I now have 6 Abraham Hunter artworks charts. Yeah, so I really like this one. And I just noticed that one of the cows is standing eating a mouthful of hay. The second one I got is this one. This is from Dominic Davidson. Now, I didn't know that Dominic Davidson actually was had artwork licensed by Artecy. It's called Cottage Evening. I also have a chart from the Cross Stitch Studio, which is a similar thing. It's an English cottage by a river. And I'm thinking the 2 of them depends on the size. I might have to do this one on 18 count to get it to the same size as the Cross Stitch Studio one. But I think the 2 of them side by side would be absolutely stunning. So that's my 2 charts that I got, my 2 full charts. The 4-pack that I got there. First one I got was Watching the Northern Lights, and it's a pack of 4. Top 2 are cats and the bottom 2 are dogs, silhouetted watching the Northern Lights. And that was again a new release, and as soon as I saw that, I'm having that. And the other one is just Northern Lights bundle. This was released a wee while ago, and it's the 4 views of the Northern Lights. I I had it, I saw it and I thought I like it, but I wasn't out in love with it at that point. But I've got more into lights than Northern Lights. I'm working on one from Dark X Stitch, which is the Northern Lights with a polar bear, and it's called Look to the Sky. And I love the colours in this one. And I'm still up in the top left corner, but I'm starting to get the Northern Lights coming in on that one. Can't wait to get back onto that one. So that's my haul for the week rather. Now on to the floss tubes that I've watched. I'm still running about 2 weeks behind, so at least I'm consistent. I did first of all catch up with Gemma Sitches, who's working on the Marvellous Garden from HAED, which is based on the artwork of Oleg Gavrilov. It's a companion piece to my project that I started in June, The Two Dancing Peacocks. I really enjoy listening to Gemma's videos, and you know, while I'm stitching along, and our progress on our project is, it's just amazing. I think she's just hit recently 75%, and I cannot believe she's stitching on 14 count. It's going to be huge, because mine's is huge on 25 count. So 14 count is going to be almost double that size. So, oh my goodness, I couldn't imagine. It's going to be too heavy for it to hang with framing it. Oh, I dare say you've got a plan for it though, because your finishes are beautiful. Also caught up with Stitch by Liz, and I got my Vader fix. For those of you that don't know, Liz is an Australian floss tuber. And she, along with her husband Ross, who's our editor, own a little black house panther called Vader. They call him the Dark Lord because he's named after Darth Vader, and he pops up, I would say, in every video that every one of our videos, he just pops up, and he is so adorable. As I said, I'm 2 weeks behind, so by the time I'm seeing this, Liz will have had the surgery she mentioned in our last video that I watched, and I'm hoping that all went well, so I'm sending her my best wishes. Sticking with the Antipodean theme, Dizzy Stitcher, Darren, your projects are amazing. I caught your whip parade at the tail end of last week, and I saw your floss tube number 236 just yesterday, and you say you've not stitched a lot, but you've still got good progress on your projects that you have stitched on. I really enjoy Darren's channel. He's from, I think it's Yorkshire, but he lives in Australia with his partner, and when he Stitch With Me videos, which come out midweek, is when he tells us what's been happening, like at his work, and what's going on with the family, and you know, with how his mum is back home, and if anything funny's happened, or you know, and it's his way of storytelling is, you know, it's really good, and I really enjoy listening to the stories, and I hope Shane's ankle's better. As I said 2 weeks ago, that I'm 2 weeks behind, so hopefully he's back up. You're back up on his feet, and you're not playing chauffeur any much longer. Come on, scroll down. I've lost my notes. Oh, here we go. Also, I'm just going to say one more quick thank you to Busy Mum Stitches. She gave me a shout out last week on her video. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it. And that was after I had mentioned her in my last update. So I'm mentioning you again. See if we can get them going backwards or forwards. As always, I'll link all my floss tubes that I've mentioned in my video. I'll link them in the description box below. Life update. What life? I don't have life. My life is boring. And I don't think we've even seen Charlie today. Charlie. No. Oscar? and silence is ominous. I bet they're getting up to something. Usually when it's quiet, Oscar's gotten up to something. Come on, cats. Come on, boys. Come on. Oh, somebody's coming. Who's that? Come on. There's Charlie. Your fans were missing you. They want to see you. Oscar. Oh, come on, Yay. Come on, Oscar. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come here. Come here. Come on. No, he's playing shy. He's acting shy today. And I thought he's been up to something. Oscar's the troublemaker, Charlie's the calm one, aren't you? Yes. You're a good boy. Come on then. Come on. Careful. Watch my knees are sore. Yes. Here we go. Here's my boy. A handsome boy. Yes. Oh, you're putting beef on, sir. You need to stop eating Oscar's dinner. Yes, I see you. Yes. Anyway, this is Charlie. For those of you that are new, I haven't seen him before. He is not going over that way because he's not going to knock the camera over. Hairs everywhere. He is 5, I think. Four, 5? 4. I can't remember when I got him. It's that long since I got him. And Oscar's 2. I know Oscar's 2 because this is his 2nd year that I've had him. Charlie was actually my daughter's cat, and at the time she got him, her boyfriend got him for her. At that time, her ex-boyfriend now, and she couldn't keep him where she was staying. She was staying with her dad, and she couldn't keep him because her dad's allergic to cats. So I took him, and yeah. He is a firm fixture on this channel. I might have to change the name of the channel to include him. I don't know. Anyway, that's it. That's all I've got for you this week. So I hope that you're well and that you're getting plenty of stitching done. Remember, if you haven't already subscribed and you like what you see on the channel, please do click on the like and subscribe buttons and select all on the notification drop down so that you're notified whenever I upload content. As I said, I do a weekly update video. Plan is to do a stitch with me tomorrow, which will be on either the HAED style or my new start that I'm working on, but you know, this one. A bit more on this. And I'll probably do another one Tuesday and Thursday. And then I'll be up again on Sunday. I'm toying with the idea of doing a live stream, but I'm not sure when. I don't want to do it I won't do it on a Sunday or a Wednesday because I enjoy Nicola's live streams. Nicola's a blood stitcher. So I won't do it on those days. And I don't really have anyone else that I watch other than Slow Stitch Yogi. But I can watch her any night because she's got live streams most nights, so I don't know. I might do maybe Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon UK time, or evenings. Saturday evening, which would be Saturday afternoon US time. Something that I'm going to have to think about because I would like to do them. I'd like to engage with you guys a bit more, and I do appreciate all your comments and likes and subscribes. I'm getting closer to the 250 mark of subscribers. The last I checked it was 212. Thank you ever so much for supporting my channel. It is appreciated. I'm going to leave you though with my usual 2 thoughts. Pardon me. First of all, It doesn't matter how many stitches you get done in one day, even one stitch is progress. As it's one less stitch, I've got tired up my nose, as it's one less stitch that you've got to do at the end of your project. And secondly, treat others as you want to be treated yourself. Costs absolutely nothing to give a smile and a kind word to someone, but it can mean the world to that person. You never know what a person is going through in their life, and that smile or kind word that you give, or kind gesture that you make, can make a big difference in that person's day, and can make, you know, make a nightmare day a little bit easier to handle, to get through. So, as I say, be kind. So, happy stitching, guys. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.